Welcome to Toffee TV. It is three things from Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0 today at Sellers Park. Before we begin, the video is sponsored by the OneFootball app. OneFootball's app is free and allows you to keep up to date with the latest scores, transfer rumours and stats all in the one place. To download the app, click the link in the description. Yeah, Palace 0, Everton 0. Said on my match reaction, a frustrating game really for Everton. To have so many attempts at goal and so many corners, and to not score and to not hit the target more often is a frustrating thing. But the first thing I want to talk about today is Michael Keane. I thought he was absolutely brilliant today up against Benteke, who is a real physical unit, you know, can be a handful, and Keane done really well up against Benteke. Well, and Zaha, when Zaha dropped over to that side. But one thing Michael Keane brings, and a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people totally missed the point with him, is his passing ability is fabulous. He put one ball through to Coleman near the end from our half. It was a superb ball, split the defence wide open. Coleman should have done better with it. But his passing, his range of passing is excellent, and he brings the ball out from the back so well. But his defending has got better and better. Him and Zuma together look like a really good partnership. Obviously, Yerry Mina, we've seen him training again this week. You know, he's going to have a big summer, you know, pre-season wise, and try to force his way in, especially if Zuma stays. We don't know what's happening, obviously, with Kurt Zuma, but if Zuma stays, then Mina's going to have a tough time trying to break these two up, because it's seventh clean sheet, is it, in 9 games or something like that. So things are, you know, going really well from a defensive point of view. Michael Keane has been excellent with that, you know, performing so well, and he obviously missed the Fulham defeat the other week. Marco Silva didn't play and played Jagielka, and we lost the game 2-0, but he was solid again today. So well played, Michael Keane. Thought he was excellent. Another player I want to talk about is Morgan Schneiderlin. Now, Morgan Schneiderlin, I thought had a really good game today in the middle of the park. He's a player who most of us wouldn't have been bothered if he leaves the club or not in the summer a while ago, and now you're starting to look and think, if he's happy being part of the squad, then, you know, do we really want to move him on? Yeah, if you can upgrade, of course, but he's really, you know, he's a good player for those kind of games where he'll just sit in front of the back four and, you know, screen and win the ball. Yes, there's other games when that's not what we need. You know, Andre Gomez gives you that little bit extra. And who knows, if we do that Gomez today, he might have been a difference maker in the game. But Schneiderlin's done really well since he come back into the fray. You know, he was missing for a while. He's obviously had a difficult year. But I thought he had a very, very good game again today, and just done what we did, because we needed to stand up. They're a big physical side, Crystal Palace, and, you know, Milivojevic and MacArthur and Koyati put themselves about in that middle of the park, and Schneiderlin stood up to it and thought he had another good game. So fair play to him. He's really knuckled down and forced his way back into the reckoning, so much so that you're looking and thinking, you know, does he have a future in terms of just being a squad player? I'd understand if he wanted to move on, and if Everton wanted to move him on and maybe upgrade or have a younger player to do the same, but just thought he was worth mentioning because he had another good game today. And the final point is really about Europe. You know, it looks now like Wolves are totally in the boxes. I don't expect them to get anything less than 3 points next week against Fulham at home. I know Fulham have got 3 wins out of 3 without conceding a goal since they've been relegated, but I think Wolves will have far too much for them. And that means that Everton can't catch them, essentially. You know, obviously if we can beat Burnley on Friday night, we reduce the deficit to a point, is it? I think Wolves have got 53 or something like that, so or 54 rather, so we'd reduce the deficit. But I just think they'll be Fulham, and it'd mean that we'd have to go to Spurs and win, although I did watch Spurs and West Ham today, and Spurs were all over the place as well. But if it you know, it transpires that we do not get into Europe next season, although I do want the Europa League, it mightn't be the worst thing in the world for Marco Silva to just have that summer, a complete summer. They can get the pre-season planned, come back and build up and get the squad and the team ready to go on day one, 12 months further on. I still hope we sneak in somehow. You know, Fulham and Ryan Babel goes and gets a hat-trick or something at Wolves next week. But, you know, it might work out better rather for Everton if they're not in it, because, you know, it's less games, it's less complications, and it's more about fitness and fine-tuning that team. So you know, you've always got to try to look at the positives, haven't you? No matter what, even if you look and think, you know, really I wanted to be in that Europa League, it may work out to be the best. Let me know what you think about that, whether you think it might work out better if Everton are in Europe. And listen, it's out of our hands now anyway, but you know, what do you think about that? That's it for my 3 talking points. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It takes a sec. Check out the other match reaction videos, and if you want more videos, become a patron. See you later.